What if I told you that one of the biggest surprises in entertainment and sports just dropped this morning? What if I told you that Cardi B, the Grammy award-winning rapper who has never failed to grab headlines, has now announced something that has shaken both the music industry and the NFL in a way no one could have predicted? Yes, you heard that right. Cardi B has revealed that she is pregnant, and the father is none other than New England Patriots wide receiver Stefon Diggs. The announcement happened during a sit-down interview with Gayle King on CBS Mornings, and it has already taken the internet by storm. Today we're going to break down exactly what went down during that emotional moment, the reaction online, how this impacts Cardi's career as she's gearing up to release her new album, and what this means for Diggs, who has just started his career with the Patriots. So buckle up, because this story is as detailed, dramatic, and headline-worthy as it gets. The story begins with Cardi B walking into the CBS studio, glowing in a way that fans immediately noticed. Dressed in a chic, fitted black dress with subtle sparkle accents, Cardi carried herself with her signature confidence. Gayle King, known for her warm yet probing style, didn't waste any time. After the usual greetings, Gayle leaned in and asked, "Cardi, you've been trending for weeks now. There have been whispers, there have been rumors. People want to know, are they true?" Cardi gave that sly smile her fans know so well, paused, and placed her perfectly manicured hand on her stomach. The studio went silent. She then said in a steady voice, "Yes, Gayle, I am pregnant." Gasps were audible from off-camera. But before anyone could jump in, Cardi continued, "And the father is Stefon Diggs." It was a jaw-dropping moment. The rapper who has built a career on surprises had just delivered another bombshell. But this wasn't just a casual reveal. Cardi elaborated, her tone shifting to something deeply personal. "I feel very strong. I feel very powerful that I'm doing all this work, but I'm doing all this work while I'm creating a baby," she said. Her words were deliberate, each one echoing the strength and resilience she wanted to convey. This will be Cardi B's fourth child, and her fans immediately began speculating about how she manages motherhood with such an intense career. For Stefon Diggs, however, this marks his very first child, and the sports world erupted as quickly as the entertainment industry did. Diggs, who joined the New England Patriots this season, has been working to establish himself as a key target for the offense. In just 2 games, he's already notched 10 receptions for 89 yards, and fans were just beginning to familiarize themselves with him in a Patriots jersey. Now, his name is linked with one of the most talked about women in entertainment. Let's take a step back for a moment. Rumors about Cardi B's pregnancy had been circulating for weeks on social media. Fans pointed to her looser outfits during certain public appearances, the way she strategically held handbags or coats in front of her midsection, and her noticeably reduced presence in nightlife scenes. But as always, Cardi kept the world guessing until she was ready to make it official. And what better platform to do it than a national morning show, live on CBS? As the interview continued, Gayle King asked the questions that everyone watching wanted to hear. "Cardi, were you nervous about sharing this news, especially given the timing with your new album about to drop?" Cardi didn't flinch. "No," she said confidently, "because this is who I am. I'm not gonna hide from my truth. My fans deserve the real me always. And the real me is that I'm about to drop the best album of my career. Am I the drama? While also bringing new life into this world." That line, "Am I the drama?" resonated deeply. The album, which is set for release on September 19th, has already been surrounded by speculation about its themes, lyrics, and boldness. Now, fans are seeing it in a completely new light, interpreting the title as part of Cardi's ongoing narrative about her life being bigger, messier, and more dramatic than any fictional story could ever be. Gayle then asked about Stefon Diggs, and Cardi's smile softened into something tender. "Stefon has been amazing," she said. "He's supportive, he's excited, and he's ready. This is his first time stepping into this role, and he's already proving he's going to be a great father." Behind the scenes, insiders have suggested that Cardi and Diggs have been quietly building their relationship for months, keeping things low profile while both of their careers demanded the spotlight. Their chemistry, however, has been undeniable. Sources close to them revealed that Diggs has been spotted attending some of Cardi's studio sessions, cheering her on, and celebrating the milestones of her album's completion. In turn, Cardi has reportedly watched every one of Diggs' games with the Patriots, even sneaking into Gillette Stadium suites under the radar. Social media, of course, exploded the moment the interview aired. Within minutes, Cardi B and Stefon Diggs were trending worldwide. Memes flooded Twitter and Instagram. Some fans joked that this was the ultimate crossover between hip-hop and the NFL. Others speculated about what their baby would be like, with many saying the child was destined for greatness given the parents' talent and charisma. But beyond the jokes and memes, there was also genuine excitement and support. Cardi's fanbase, known as the Bardi Gang, poured out messages of love, calling her a queen and praising her for continuing to break barriers as both a woman and an artist. Patriots fans, on the other hand, were buzzing with pride that one of their players was now tied to such a major cultural moment. It wasn't just sports fans who were paying attention anymore. Suddenly, pop culture enthusiasts who might never have followed football were Googling Stefon Diggs' stats and highlights. One interesting element that came up in online discussions was the symbolism of Cardi B's announcement happening just as she enters the next era of her music career. Cardi's first studio album, Invasion of Privacy, made her a global superstar and even won her a Grammy. Now, with Am I the Drama on the horizon, she is making a bold statement. She doesn't just balance family and fame, she redefines them on her own terms. By announcing her pregnancy so close to her album release, Cardi has ensured that both moments will forever be linked in the narrative of her career. Meanwhile, for Stefon Diggs, this news adds a fascinating layer to his journey with the Patriots. Known for his strong hands and precise route running, Diggs has always been a player with big potential. Now, the added attention could bring even more pressure, but also more support from fans who are eager to see him succeed not just as an athlete, but as a partner and soon-to-be father. In his brief time with the team so far, Diggs has already made an impression as a reliable target. This personal milestone could be the motivation that drives him to push even harder on the field. Toward the end of the interview, Gayle King asked one final question that summed up the heart of the moment. Cardi, how do you see this new chapter shaping your life, your music, your family, your future? Cardi took a deep breath and said, I see it as growth. I've been through a lot, I've done a lot, but every child I've had has made me stronger, more focused, and more inspired. This is no different. Stefon and I were ready, and my fans, they're gonna get the best version of me yet. It was a powerful closing statement, one that felt both deeply personal and universally inspiring. Cardi B has always been a figure who defied expectations, who refused to fit neatly into any one box. This announcement proves once again that she is determined to write her story her way, without apology and without fear. By the time the segment wrapped, clips of Cardi's announcement had already been shared millions of times across platforms. Morning talk shows, sports analysts, and entertainment reporters were all rushing to cover the story from their angles, debating what it meant for both industries. But one thing was clear, Cardi B and Stefon Diggs had just become the most talked about couple of the week, if not the month and maybe even the year. As we look ahead, all eyes will be on September 19th, when Am I the Drama officially drops. Fans will be dissecting every lyric, searching for clues about Cardi's mindset during this monumental time. On Sundays, Patriots fans will be watching Diggs, analyzing every catch and every yard, now with the knowledge that his life off the field is about to change forever. Together, Cardi B and Stefon Diggs have created a moment that bridges the gap between two massive worlds, music and sports, and reminds us all that sometimes the biggest headlines come from where we least expect them. And if one thing is certain, it's that Cardi B has once again proven she knows exactly how to capture the world's attention. She doesn't just live in the spotlight, she owns it. And this latest chapter might just be her most powerful one yet.